Today, we're diving into something that I think everyone, at some point, searches for, a sense of meaning, of purpose, that feeling of inner peace. Let's explore some really timeless wisdom on how to find it.
And it really all boils down to this one question, doesn't it? Why am I here? It's the question that kind of haunts the quiet moments. According to our source material, this is the question that sits right at the very heart of being human.
So often life can feel exactly like this, right? Like you're chasing something you can't quite get your hands on, like a wisp of smoke. And at the same time, your own mind can feel like a battlefield, with all your thoughts and worries just constantly at war. So let's unpack why this happens, and more importantly, what we can do about it.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about this feeling of being trapped in an endless chase, a race where you're not even sure where the finish line is.
The source gives us this really powerful metaphor for time. It's like trying to hold on to sand as it slips right through your fingers. We spend so much time waiting for that perfect moment to start, to change, to really live. But the big takeaway here is that the only moment we ever truly have is right now. This one.
And this quote just nails the whole idea. It's an invitation to stop sprinting toward some unknown future, and instead to start treating each step of the journey as if it is the destination, to actually live it with awareness and with joy.
So, if life isn't a race, then what are we supposed to be aiming for? Well, that question leads us to our next part, taking a hard look at what we think the true meaning of happiness really is.
Okay, check this out. What's so interesting about this is the side-by-side comparison. On the left, you've got all the external stuff we're told to chase. The fancy house, the exotic trips, a ton of money. But then look at the right. This is what our source calls true happiness. It's not the house, but the laughter inside it. It's not about traveling far away, but about having peace of mind no matter where you are. See the difference? It's a huge shift from having to being.
What a beautiful way to put it. Happiness isn't something you put off until all your problems are fixed. It's about choosing to sing, to find that joy even when the storm is raging all around you. It's a choice you make right here, in the present.
And let's be real, life definitely has its storms. So that brings us to our next section. How to find strength right in the middle of all that hardship.
So here's a pretty radical idea. Our source suggests that we completely reframe how we see our problems. They're not these giant, unbeatable monsters. They're just shadows. And what makes them look so big and scary? It's our own fear.
And here's the game plan for dealing with those shadows. So first, you see the problem, and yeah, it looks huge. Then your fear starts feeding it, making it seem even bigger. But step 3 is the real game changer. You have to approach it. You have to walk toward that shadow. Because when you do, you finally see it for what it truly is, and you almost always discover it was way, way smaller than you thought. This is such a powerful call to find our own strength. The light, the solution, it has to come from within you. We can't just sit around and wait for someone else to come and save us or fix our problems. You have to be your own flame. But how do you light your own way? How do you even know which direction to go? Well, our source points us toward the spiritual core of this whole message, finding and, more importantly, following your soul's compass.
According to this wisdom, a life of faith isn't about sitting back and just waiting for things to happen. It's actually defined by action. It's this constant, persistent effort to do good, to make a difference, to improve. It's a really active and dynamic path.
And listen, this path is not promised to be an easy one. It's definitely not paved with flowers. It's actually filled with challenges. But the thing is, every single challenge is an opportunity to build your strength. And if you face every hardship with a sincere heart, it actually brings you closer to that peace you're looking for. That sincerity in your heart, that's the key that makes the whole journey shorter.
And here's a little reminder to have patience and trust the journey. It's about letting go of that tight grip we have on controlling every outcome. Sometimes, the absolute best things in life show up when we just focus on doing the work and stop trying to force the result. Okay, so we've got all these ideas swirling around. How do we actually translate them into a life where we feel tangible, real inner peace? Let's look at the pillars that hold this whole thing up.
So, what does this life of peace really stand on? According to our source, it rests on 4 key pillars. First, just be who you are, without any phoniness. That's authenticity. Second, build your life on a solid foundation of truth and justice. You can't have inner peace if you're living a lie. Third, respect yourself in everything you say and do. And finally, reject injustice, period, whether it's happening to you or to somebody else. This isn't just about the outside world. It's about protecting your own inner world from being worn down. Put them together, and you've got the bedrock of a dignified life.
And finally, our source points to one of the most foundational principles of all, something that connects us directly to our roots. It says that our parents are the gates to blessings in this life, a primary source of meaning and connection.
And this brings our journey full circle. It's another active choice, an action you take. Honoring your parents is like planting a seed. It's an investment you make that grows into a lifetime of joy and peace and blessings whose fruits you just keep harvesting for years and years to come.
And so, we have to end right here with a question for you. After exploring all these ideas about time, happiness, strength, and purpose, the only thing that really truly matters is what you do next. So, what seed will you plant today?